Hey, 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 Inspirational Guidance Tarot here. Ebony, I'm here to do messages for Scorpio. How you doing, Scorpio? I hope all is well with you. If you're new to the channel, welcome. Thank you for tuning in. I don't get around to do Scorpio quite often. However, if you drop it in a comment, hit a like button, subscribe, whatever it is, let me know that you like to see more of Scorpio, then I would definitely do more of Scorpio. Okay, but with that being said, those that have been here with me, thank you so much for your dedicated support. I appreciate it so much. I really do. All right, so with that being said, let's go, Scorpio. What are we talking about today? The message for Scorpio. Scorpio. Scorpio is clearly all about the truth. And the truth could be in some type of closure. Okay, when it comes down to your inspirations, when it comes down to you being inspired, blessings and answers coming in that helps lighten your load. The clarity you need is given by spiritual guidance. Okay, it can be by way of your faith, God speaking to you literally, your intuition kicking in, or this can actually be a spirit guide passed over loved ones, ancestors. Okay, and it's clearly about your forgiveness and going to calmer waters and finding what you need to find to manifest when it comes down to your home, when it comes down to protection, when it comes down to your dreams, your willpower, wanting to heal, when it comes down to your intuition with your life purpose, Scorpio. Wow, this is very powerful. So this is closure that you're getting, okay? And you're being inspired to the blessing of closure. When it comes down to people, places, things, take it how it resonates, all right? But truth, when it comes down to closure for Scorpio. The truth is about love. Okay, the truth is that there's a truth here when it comes down to a cup of love. Either you opening your heart or someone else opening their heart. It's about a new beginning, an intimate relationship, rebirth of a current one, awakening of psychic abilities and spiritual epiphanies. So when it comes down to it, this is about love here, Scorpio. The truth in a cup of love, the truth in an opportunity to receive a new beginning, open your heart to love. And it seems like it's also bringing closure. So it's like the truth about a love that brings closure, that helps inspire you to many other blessings and answers that's needed, that helps lighten your load. Okay, so this could be something that was karmic. This could be something that was destined. It was something in your world here, some type of brilliant success, the freedom to go in any direction, a journey that is now complete. Okay, so this is the ending of a cycle and something new happening. Again, the number 21 is here, okay, on the world. All right, and when I look at this, I look at it as it being something that had to happen here. It's causing someone to have sleepless nights and be very worried. All right, this could be due to somebody here taking someone for granted, being discontent with life, and somebody here is looking at things differently now, or will be looking at things differently, changing the way you look at the situation and embracing the uniqueness of it. A temporary pause for action when it comes down to stress and multitasking, when it comes down to planning the next steps. It could be with the Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius. Okay, somebody here could be in emotional commitment with this person. You could be in emotional commitment, and this is about being emotionally fulfilled when it comes down to thinking very practical, being very practical. This can also be another person, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, but this is someone here who you or them could be wishing for and holding back when it comes down to money, or holding on because some of stability. Wow. Okay, and that could be an epiphany someone here is waking up to that has caused a lot of pain. Ten of Swords. Okay, now Scorpio, what the hell is going on? Ace of Summer. Oh, it's reversed. Ace of Summer is the Princess of Summer. I'm sorry, the Prince of Summer. Falling in love, suddenly being swept off your feet, the need to stay grounded during a very emotional experience. Okay, captivating, dramatic, flirtatious, romantic is reversed. So the truth is that when it comes down to this opportunity to love, somebody here pretty much failed the opportunity. Okay, somebody here couldn't stay grounded. Somebody here wanted to offer love but wasn't in love. because somebody here was charging forward with conflict. When it comes down to it, we get the Queen of Summer with the King of Summer. Okay, somebody here was charging forward, and it was conflict. Somebody here could have been in a commitment, because could be a commit. This is a commitment, King and Queen. Okay, somebody could have been in a commitment. However, somebody here was left out in the cold due to the juggling. However, somebody once a dream, had a dream, but it was too burdensome and too challenging when it came down to moving it forward, because somebody here was in sadness, regret, and loss to invest. Prince of Summer. Yep. King of Swords. So getting advice for professional, objective, public speaking. This is also experience, fair-minded. This is also somebody who strategizes. This is also unemotional. So the truth is that it's closure when it comes down to a couple of, because somebody here was either in a third party situation, or somebody here emotions ran dry. When it comes to this Two of Cups, you get the Princess of Winter. You get somebody here who have to speak a truth that's difficult to hear. Okay, when it comes down to falling in love, when it comes down forgiveness and resolution to a problem, somebody here not giving up on a relationship that could be healed, but communicating a truth, because somebody's intuitively guided that there's a Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius that somebody having a beginning with. Okay, and it left somebody or is leaving someone in ego when it comes down to an opportunity, because there's opposing opinions, and somebody wants to renewal with a Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn, or wants to renew it by getting grounded. However, when it comes to making a decision, somebody here is heartbroken in the Three of Swords. When it's a life experience, there could have been a connection here with a Gemini leaving Aquarius, something very successful you wanted to work on, they wanted to work on. You could have seen this person as your wife, your husband. Okay, you wanted to take action, be successful, the wheel turning in your favor. And when it comes down to it, somebody here was deciding that they weren't going to back down with what they believe in and take the action. But the action was by way of making change and moving forward and investing. But then boom, five of summer, Five of Cups, removing yourself from a negative emotion. Okay, and that's the burden. So somebody here, Scorpio, wanted to have a beginning with you, or you wanted to have a beginning with someone here, and it left someone feeling very emotional, and it brought in closure due to the fact that there could have been a third party situation, and somebody here couldn't make a decision. It was a burden. It was very challenging and very heavy on someone to make a decision. Give me more on this King of Winter. Nine of Summer. Okay, because the wish was about money. The wish was to be stable, to be grounded, to take steps to financially secure. However, somebody here needed to understand the truth in the situation. And the situation was that it was a heavy weight on someone's shoulder when it comes down to trying to protect the fruits of their labor, when it comes down to trying to charge ahead. Okay, and it could be with a Gemini. Okay, it could be with a Leo. All right, but somebody here wanted to take charge and manifest. Okay, but somebody needed to have the strength to see something clearly. Okay, because somebody here was running away from the truth. That is a better option. That could have been or is successful. When it comes down to a new relationship, it's here. Somebody here feel they didn't have what it took. They were in their head, and that's clearly the truth. When it comes down to releasing some type of unity, some type of connection. Okay, you got the Emperor, and then you got the Seven of Swords, and then you got the Lover. Somebody here who wants to think very logical and get structured, however, was procrastinating when it comes down to, it was confusion to make a decision. And the Lovers is a Gemini, and the Emperor is an Aries. Okay, so this could be two people you were dealing with. Somebody here could be married, be in a relationship that was marriage, could be, and then the 6 plus the 4. See how the 7 of Summer is in the middle, but the 4 is on the Emperor and the 6 is on the Lovers. So that's an ending there. Okay, somebody here could have been trying to refrain from an ending, and right behind that you get the Sun, which is 9 plus the 1 brings it to a 10 too. Okay, you could be dealing with the Leo, but this was all about somebody's happiness. But there were 3 people here, or is 3 people. You get the 3 of Autumn with the 3 of Summer. Somebody was collaborating with, reconciling with all parties and tried to get balance. That was the action that was taken, that was leaving somebody to think or feel that it was positive changes. It was welcoming relief for that. However, when it comes down to it, somebody here then begins to be in or will be in separation due to somebody here trying to put it off to make a decision later on. So it's like somebody was in a connection where you needed to make a decision and somebody felt like everything was going smooth, that it was okay to still remain in in those connections, connecting with all those people by way of it being comfortable, because no one was pressing the issue to maybe move things forward, or should I say, move things along quite quickly. And that was the opportunity someone had and held on to, that left somebody here sad. It's all about what you invested in, or they invested in, when it comes down to the changes that needed to be made and the actions that were taken. Because somebody here was procrastinating when it comes down to it. Somebody here may have been confused and over analyzing their options, and someone had too. Nine of Summer. See? So Nine of Summer is wish comes true, dreams fulfilled, magical time. The star is reversed. The star is reversed because somebody here can't see a brighter future now. Happy times, happy changes that bring relief in challenging times. Somebody here isn't. And then you get the 9, okay, of autumn with the 9 of summer. So this is in the 7, 1 plus the 7 on the star is the 8, but it's reversed. And because it's air, it would be somebody here is coming out of being in their head about it being something wish fulfilling. Okay, because somebody here may have been rewarding themselves for all the hard work, being happily and successfully employed, cherishing time alone. Somebody here rather have been alone due to acting quickly and decisive when it comes down to balancing things out. Justice is being served. Somebody here is or will be going in introspection about a past situation that they ended a cycle with to start something new. It caused sleepless nights because somebody here felt they were taken for granted. This is what somebody here is waking up to, that somebody here was taken for granted. So it's either you who felt you were taken for granted. It caused conflict. 5 of Swords. Either you felt you were taken for granted, Scorpio, or somebody felt you were taking them for granted. The star could be dealing with an Aquarius. Yeah, taken for granted by way of an opportunity, something being very successful. It could have just been passion for somebody. Somebody's wish fulfillment to have a wish to be successful in a connection with the Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius is a life experience that brings heartache and pain. Or when it comes down to a connection that needed to be cut out, was a life experience because somebody here now is in healing due to the fact that there was a need to make a decision. Somebody didn't make a decision. Ace of Springs. So somebody decided that they were going to continue on. 4 of Winter. So when it comes down to the successful offer, when it comes down to the action somebody here has taken, it was to set aside their own concerns and make a decision. Solutions that come from meditation. It was a need for a vacation. It was a need for more time to go to calmer waters and take action to bring in balance. But collaborating to bring in reconciliation and have happiness and unity, there was a need to release. Okay, so it's a matter of how someone here in 3 on 3 again. Okay, somebody here was trying to balance out having 3 people, and it brought happiness. However, it also was a change in release, because the 5 on unity is about change. It was about somebody here doing the right things for the right reasons. Comparing traditional versus new approaches to see which works for you, and this is what somebody here was doing. And was kind of content with doing so. However, there was a release, let go of the past, an ending that makes way for new opportunities. It's time to move on. And that was the truth. Or that's what's being communicated or was communicated. Okay? Somebody here was thinking that they were powerless and they weren't. Somebody here was lacking self-confidence when it came down to a new relationship. So it's a separation that's here, that's happened, or is happening. And that's the truth. Somebody here wasn't as emotionally involved. Somebody here was childish in their emotions. And I would say not so much as childish in their emotions. It was more like an imaginative thing. It was more like when I see the prince of, it's like that would be like the page. So it's like was more in somebody's head. However, trying to think logical, but being kind of manipulative, because the King of Swords could be very manipulative to go after what it is that they're wishing for. However, what they were wishing for could have been something to go forward towards. However, divine stepped in here. Definitely. Because somebody here was being manipulative to go after their dream and how they were doing things. However, it wasn't healing when it comes to the opportunity or being successful. It wasn't healing. Okay. And that's why the opportunity came in and swarms away, because it's in separation now. It's definitely in separation. Give me one on the Four Swords. Yeah, told you. It's in separation. There is no justice. You could be dealing with a Libra. Time to review details carefully. You win in the end. Fair, objective decisions. Nobody wins. There's no win here. There's no justice being served. There's no justice being served when it comes down to balance, when it comes down to somebody acting suddenly, when it comes down to somebody getting the reward, when it comes down to communication, when it comes down to planning the next steps, when it comes down to an Aries, Leo, Sagittarius that you or someone else is in a commitment with, when it comes down to being practical, or Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, you may have a vision with, when it comes down to charging forward. Why? Because somebody desires a meaningful life. Somebody here is desiring more. Somebody is realizing that it's time to move on. Somebody here is choosing to make a life change. That's why. So the action is to invest in trusting that everything happens for a reason, to focus on their money getting grounded and solid, achieving a balance, to go within when it comes down to this past situation with you or them. Okay, to know that the freedom to go in any direction now is here, because somebody here, when they were lacking confidence, they began to see it clearly and decided they were going to release, or will be, when it comes down to this unity, when it comes down to their happiness, when it comes down to reconciling, when it comes down to collaborating, when it comes down to getting the balance. The action somebody here is taking to go to calmer waters and their emotions and be successful when it comes down to running away from the truth or knowing that there's a better choice, or being successful when it comes down to lies, deceit, and betrayal. Somebody here is now having the strength when it comes down to knowing that they can do what they got to do, how they got to do it, okay, and they can manifest what they need. Somebody here is guarded when it comes down to knowing that the weight that is on their shoulder is getting ready to be lifted, because somebody here is letting go of worry and fear when it comes down to a commitment. Justice, and that's the number 8, and it's an air sign. I mean, it's an air, yeah, Libra is air. So we get, not only do we get the 7 and the 1 over here, which brings it to an 8 reversed. Okay, which means somebody here will be coming out of that. But see, somebody here wasn't in their head about anything or feeling like they were trapped by anything, because somebody here was manipulating their wish. So when it comes down to it being successful, somebody here then had to go within about it. And by going within and now in separation, somebody here gets justice reversed. Now it's the 8 of Swords reversed yet again. Because somebody here is looking at this like, okay, it ain't justified, however, balanced. Justice. So since it's all reversed, it brings it to a 7 of Swords for me. Lies, deceit, betrayal, or somebody getting caught. So when it comes to the opportunity, somebody's not in their head about it. Why? Because they're in ego about it. Somebody here is in ego. Somebody here is in the illusion of being trapped, placing too much importance on the material things and getting caught, like I said. But this says caught up in fear and worry when it comes down to the opportunity. The opportunity when it comes down to an Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius, or when it comes down to somebody here who believes in themselves, the opportunity to believe in yourself. That this could be about the opportunity to believe in someone and trust your intuition or theirs when it comes down to speaking the truth with kindness about a commitment that's burdensome. And that's how somebody here decided to go about getting their dream. However, somebody juggled that opportunity. Left somebody out in the cold, and that's crazy. King of Swords, Queen of Swords. Who was left out in the somebody here wanted to have a new beginning, but they juggled, left someone out in the cold, and that someone could be a couple. Too much conflict to work on it, and it could have been an Empress that's waking up to this. And this is the Queen of all queens, but it could be the King of all kings. Take it how it resonates. It's somebody who's stable, who's grounded, who's loving, who's attractive, who's very empathic, someone who has everything, who's, you know. And this is what somebody here is awakening to. Okay? They're awakening that they are turning their back on what they've awakened now, because they felt and know now that it was a distraction. It was causing too much worry. It was causing too much pain and conflict. It was an empty victory here. When it comes down to renewing something with someone who is compassionate and stable in a connection. Okay. It could be with the Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. But again, it's a life experience for somebody. They're heartbroken because of a decision to balance things out. They weren't thinking very logical. Ego got in the way here. Give me one on the ego. Yep. Ego got in the way. Could be dealing with a Leo. Ego got in the way when it came down to plans to work out perfectly. When it comes down to the sun. When it comes down to happiness. Because somebody here was collaborating to balance things out and take action and go to calmer waters. And was definitely involved with their emotions and being successful. However, somebody didn't see something clearly. When it came down to this Leo, or somebody here was running away from the truth that strength was needed when it comes down to the musician, a Gemini. Okay, take how it resonates, Leo or Gemini. But when I see this, we got 111. Very significant. Very significant. Check it out as angel numbers. The sun. Yep, 10 of summer. Wow, happiness was the 10 of cups. Somebody's ego, when it comes to the opportunity, ego was in the way. Somebody here was trapped by an illusion. Okay, placing too much importance on money and got caught up in worry and fear when it comes down to plans working out and being emotionally fulfilled with life and family, raising children wisely, and having a person that you can trust. Yeah, a lot of manipulation here. It was games. It was either, it's not even so much as manipulation. It's not by way of it being so bad, but it's bad by way of somebody here could not make up their mind what it is that they needed to do when it came down to wish fulfillment. It was it was being strategized, but by way of manipulation. Okay. To get the wish, to have the opportunity, but then separate it because again, when it comes to the opportunity, ego has gotten in the way or is getting in the way towards happiness, emotional fulfillment. For Scorpio moving forward, yep, you got to tune out the distractions. There were distractions. There is distractions because somebody needs to strengthen their gifts, admit vulnerabilities, bust out their cocoon and do something different. Okay, it's a time now to grieve the losses and living the soul and not a role and accept disappointments gracefully because somebody needed to assess, forget, and forgive and be patient. So laugh at your demons now. You are someone else, but somebody here is saying no. However, have faith in seeking the hidden treasure by being of service. All right, Scorpio. So what is tune out distractions for Scorpio? Ooh, okay. And you got the Empress at the bottom of the deck. Something, okay, this could be somebody you wanted to work with. You could work with this person, or you wanted to work on things with this person, or you wanted to work to get to this Empress level, being married, okay? Or it's about you taking your power back, taking action. But again, it was conflict with you and someone you were connected to, okay? This is also a divine couple. King of Summer and Queen of Summer. This is Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. This could be your one energy, your feminine and your masculine. But what I'm seeing is this conflict with these divine couples. These are divine people that were to be together. And now this situation is left out in the cold because it was juggled. Okay. There was a juggling of somebody here starting anew and it also being a burden. Like I said, Two of Cups is here. This was a destined divine connection. Okay. Falling in love, making a serious commitment, forgiveness, and the resolution of a problem. Don't give up. Your relationship can be healed. This is a divine connection. However, it was conflicting because somebody here, they go to number 3 on the Empress. Somebody here was already collaborating with someone else. However, working on trying to walk away. Okay. But clarifying tune out distractions is the Four of Summer, which the Four of Summer is all about being distracted. Okay. Failing to see an opportunity. Taking someone or something for granted. Okay. Discontent with life. It says tune out the distraction and Four of Summer is reversed. Tune out the distracted of feeling like there is no opportunity here. Feeling like you've been taken for granted or you're taking someone else for granted. Okay. And then we get awakening. This is what somebody here is awakening to. Somebody's awakening to the fact that they were distracted. They've gotten distracted and took someone for granted. This is what somebody here is looking at. Waking up to. They took you for granted, Scorpio, or you took them for granted? Awakening. Yep. The wheel is reversed. This will say delays are over, unexpected good luck, new car, new travel. There's no traveling. There's no good luck. There's delays are not over. It's still a delay. You could be dealing with the Aries. It's still a delay. The distraction, it says tune out the distraction. The distraction was to think that somebody here wasn't being a distraction. Tuning out the distraction of feeling like you're being taken for granted and being discontent with life. Trying to come out of being stubborn. Okay? To the fact that there's a need to look at the situation differently. Change the way you're looking at it. Embrace the uniqueness. And the delay isn't over because somebody here is still stuck in this situation, even moving forward. When it comes down to wanting to reconcile, good news, when it comes down to doing the right thing, again, it's an emotional experience. Letting go of a belief system that no longer works for you. An important life-changing event, a situation that leads to significant opportunities. And what's the will for Scorpio? The Chariot. However, the wheel is stuck. It's basically saying there's a need to still move forward. Or it's stuck because of the forward movement, the action to invest in something or someone. Or should I say, these are emotions. Negative emotions. Remove yourself from the negative emotions of others. Okay? This is about investing in fear and worry. Regret and sadness. And this is what somebody here is holding on to. The Chariot could be a Cancer. Yeah, look, you get them all. The Dreamer. See? Somebody's awakening to that they are stuck when it comes down to moving forward to go after what it is that they dreamed, or to embrace their purpose, or begin a new adventure, and trusting themselves, because somebody here was juggling and left someone out in the cold. Yep, this is what somebody here is awakening to. And this was also, it says tune out the distraction. This was also in a distraction. How someone here wasn't moving forward with someone. However, it was a dream for someone, but they weren't moving forward with someone. So therefore, that was the distraction. So to move forward in a cup of love, they could not, you or someone else could not be emotionally connected to someone. Okay? It was like a 9 of Cups energy. Like it's like a wish fulfillment. However, not looking towards the future. So it was just pretty much like a something to do. The Dreamer. Prince of Springs. The action. Then you get the Princess of Summer. And then you get the 6. Okay. The action somebody's taking when it comes down to their emotions. This emotional experience. This new relationship. Okay. The news is that somebody here ran away from the truth and now needs the strength to realize that it's time to move on. Somebody has or is, and this is the truth in the closure of it all. Well, even moving forward, somebody here is still stuck in their emotions about what has transpired between you two. Somebody here really looked at this as a forward movement. Okay, this is also could have been a divine connection. This could have been something, we keep getting the past card. It could have been somebody from your past, Scorpio. Okay. But somebody here wasn't being very fair and knowledgeable of this cup of love. And that's the closure. And the closure brings in inspiration. It brings in blessings to you or someone with the answers that helps you lighten your load. Because the clarity is that somebody here was divinely guided to forgive, to travel, to communicate, to relocate, to go to calmer waters, to find things within self to manifest. Okay, finding. It could mean literally finding, manifesting and finding a place to stay, a home. Okay, Being very protected when it comes down to the dream, because somebody will, is, or was, is to heal, and being intuitively guided to the life purpose when it comes to you. So somebody already knew who you were in their life, Scorpio. So is it you who didn't? Just saying. We got friendships and empowerment. So we could have friendships, people, and then we got empowerment. So somebody here could have been empowered by friends to go in a different direction, other people getting involved, which shifted somebody's peace and good luck. Because the skills was to birth something new when it comes down to love, and have the strength to set boundaries and go ahead and move forward with happiness. However, now somebody here is grieving when it comes down to being compassionate, or how they were compassionate and the commitment. Because when it comes to beauty, or seeing the beauty in it, somebody needed to be courageous. Courageous when it comes down to career, financial health, and their passion with their family. And trust and having confidence in a new beginning. And that was justice. It also is or was freedom when it comes down to well-being, when it comes down to prosperity, when it comes down to reconciliation. This was a divine connection you have with someone here, Scorpio. So I don't know if a person came back to you, you went back to them, however that is for you. But obviously somebody wasn't ready. And with that being said, it kind of shifted into a different, it shifted by way of whomever it is that isn't learning the lessons they need to learn. You go through the karmic wheel again. That's why the karmic wheel is not in the upright, because that will be going in your favor. It is stuck because it's not going in your favor, which means it's going into the opposite direction of someone else, and it's going in their favor. Because if it's not going in, it's a karmic wheel. If it's not going in your favor, it's going in their favor. That's all I have for you, Squirt. Bye.